Jumbo, fellow adventurers, Mike Dooley here for another spiritual tune-up in the 2 weeks where I'm celebrating the complete notes from the universe. I'm doing a little reading every morning from the universe. This is your second note from the universe if you're already getting them by email or by the app. And I'm going to do a dive into that note to parse it, dissect it. This is not the same note that went out today, by the way. So, here we go. Page 352. It's a tome. It's like 600 notes from the universe are in here. This book releases next week. Here we go. Do you know why butterflies flit? Fireflies light. Comets fall, trees grow, cats purr, and tails wag. Well, I have some hunches, and here's my favorite. Each is an aspect of the one who perceives them. Emissaries of self, disguised by the elements, caught in an act of reflection, noticed in just the right time and at just the right place, to remind the dreamer, as if by metaphor, of their own sublime miracle. Kind of like you are to me, the universe. Okay, so it's more than a hunch. Oh my gosh, sometimes these notes light me up, and that one was written, gosh, so many years ago. But I wanted to go into this note. All of these notes from the universe that I've written, over 3,000 in the past 20 years, have much more to them, if I may say so, than meets the eye. And all of them took many, many hours to write. Sometimes the better part of an 8-hour day was to one note from the universe. And sometimes that note never got published because I hated it. So I put a lot into it, and I'm going to help you understand some of the different angles within each of these notes that all have relevance to your life, my life, all of our lives right now. Okay, so the first point or lesson built into that note that I just read is that life is a dream. It is a dream. Time, space, and matter are illusionary. I said this yesterday. I'm not the first to say it. Reality is not made up of stone and ether and gases. Okay, reality is the essence of the divine mind, intelligence, from which matter, space, time, etc. springs. Okay, and if it's a dream, that means so much more is possible than, as we had heretofore thought, it's rocks and stones and molecules and atoms, the building blocks of nature. No. It's all divine mind. Second point here, we create all that we see, all that you hear, everything you process that triggers all that your heart knows. You created it. We feel like life is happening to us, but no, we are happening to life 24/7. Yesterday I talked about my recurring dream and how I would wake up in the dream and then I would fall deep asleep back in the dream and then realize upon morning that I was awake inside my nighttime dream, and it was a metaphor for the dream of life itself. That we are dreaming. You are dreaming right now. You're dreaming of me, sweetheart. I am another part of you. You are another part of me. And anything can happen in a dream. This is the coolest thing. We can start influencing and shaping our good fortunes, wealth and abundance, friends and laughter, health and harmony by creating it here, even though it seems like the world's happening without regard to what's going on here. Everything is happening inside the mind of God, and you are that part of God that's dreaming your life. And if you're creating every fiber, every cell, every butterfly, every wagging tail, and you are, and these things have meaning to you in terms of their beauty, their serendipitous nature, their magnificence, their sublime qualities, that is not a coincidence. You don't randomly read a book. You don't randomly watch a video on The internet, you don't randomly do anything. And even though in the nighttime dream, stuff just shows up, just like in the daytime dream, does not mean it is random. So if you see a butterfly flit, if you see a comet fall, if you see a tree grow, these are metaphors for what's happening within you, reflecting your sublime beauty, and you needed that reminder of the magnificence that you are, and so you cast it out and saw it as a butterfly. No coincidences. This is happening in the mind of God. The fourth thing I wanted to share that came through in that note, the beauty which is everywhere in this physical Garden of Eden, the beauty could only be born of intelligence, could only be born of love. This is your habitat. This is your niche in the physical universe. One of sublime love, intelligence, and therefore manifestations that make you go goo goo gaga. Butterflies, dragonflies, comets, whippoorwills, waves, otters, dolphins, seagulls, and 100 other species. This is the paradise we live in. And when you see the beauty, it's a reflection of what's within. The beauty, the intelligence, and the love that is who you really are. And then you start getting a whiff of the infinite possibilities in your life for creating all things that your heart desires. That's why you're here. That's why you want those things. And the fifth thing that I wanted to share, and this is a ba-ba-ba-boom. This was the kind of final line, almost the final line in what I just read. I mean, this deserves a drum roll. This deserves a long, pregnant pause. Just as a butterfly flitting is your creation as a metaphor to be reminded of your beauty and your magnificence and your brilliance and your love. So are you that metaphor for the universe, aka God Almighty. God peers out through the cosmos and sees you, this humble, sweet, benign, benevolent, well-meaning soul who's here to taste the bounty of God's glory. You are God's reminder of how splendid and worthwhile all things are. Tally ho, amigos. Join me tomorrow for another one of my readings of a favorite book from my not yet released The Complete Notes from the Universe. Thick as the Bible, but no hell or devil. It releases on Monday, September 29th, worldwide. Audiobook, ebook, trade paperback with gold foil on the letters. Can you see that? Does it come through? Do you see all the little love notes? Do you see the paper airplanes? That's what's going on. If you buy one copy, you will be supporting all that I do and these free videos. If you buy one copy, you're invited to a virtual book signing where I will do more readings and share the 3 most common recurring lessons in all of the notes from the universe. And if you buy 12 copies, I'm going to call you up and say thank you. I'm going to call you on my phone, probably this doohickey right here, maybe my cell phone, and say thank you. Or if you want me to thank or call or reach anybody else on planet Earth with the message with your allotted 2 minutes, I will do so. Just tell me their phone number and I will do so. Okay, adios amigos. Lots of love from Orlando, Florida. Hasta la pronto.